is up, you guys, and welcome to the Chosen League podcast, where fire sports content is the name of the game. I'm your host, Devon, and in today's episode, I'm going to be talking to you guys about last night's game, Minnesota Timberwolves versus the Phoenix Suns. But before we get into all that, make sure you like, comment, subscribe, hit that notification bell so you can be notified every time I upload an episode. Let's get into it. The Minnesota Timberwolves have made history. They swept the Phoenix Suns, Kevin Durant, Devin Booker, Bradley Beal. Yes, Anthony Edwards did his thing. I mean, he was a man on a mission. I mean, this is Michael Jordan. This is like a he has the mentality of Michael Jordan now. He he playing to that standard. I mean, 22 years old and you sweep the Phoenix Suns with Kevin Durant, Devin Booker, and Bradley Beal. When Jordan was 22, he was leading the league in scoring. But anyways, Timberwolves make history. They make franchise history. Their first ever postseason sweep in franchise history. But question for discussion: can the Timberwolves keep up this momentum heading into the second round? And so, if you guys watch this game, as I was watching this game, Anthony Edwards changed his shoes. He had to change his shoes because he was dealing with, his ankle. His ankle was bothering him. But honestly, when you look at it, Minnesota was the better team. And I'm going to go more in depth about the Phoenix Suns. We're going to start off with Phoenix first because we got to get this out the way. So, Phoenix Suns, what are they lacking? What do the Suns lack? I'll tell you: depth, leadership, and a point guard. They don't have a true point guard. I mean, actually, well, let me rephrase. They on the court right now, you have with Bradley Beal, Devin Booker, and Kevin Durant. They're all scorers. None of these guys are point guards. And Kevin Durant came out, if you look at it on Bleachers Report, Kevin Durant came out and said he wasn't comfortable with his role playing alongside Bradley Beal and Devin Booker. A lot of times, Kevin Durant had to play the five position, and that's not his position. He's never had to play the five position. And so with the Suns, you had Devin Booker playing the point guard, and you had Kevin Durant being the scorer, and then you had Bradley Beal as the third option. Like, I don't understand what's up with the Suns. And I remember Frank Vogel said during the regular season that they have Bobo. So why are you not playing Bobo? Like, that doesn't make sense. You're gonna sit Bobo out throughout leading up to the playoffs because that's your secret weapon. Why didn't you use him? First of all, the reason why I said they lack depth because Okogie, 4 points, three rebounds. He only played 14 minutes. Eric Gordon, he hasn't been the same since he's left the Clippers. I mean, just honestly, they're not using these players right. Like, I don't understand. Eric Gordon, 6 points, 2 of 7 from the field, and he played 39 minutes. Nazir Little played 7 minutes, only had one rebound. You have Isaiah Thomas, Thaddeus Young, and Bobo. Why are you not using these guys? Isaiah Thomas, I get it, he's a scoring point guard, but he got experience. He's a veteran. Put him on the court. You had this man sign a 10-day contract and then you signed him for the rest of the season and don't even use him. Why you got these players on the bench when they could have been put in the game and you could have used them and seen what they could do for your team. Come on, Frank Vogel. I mean, you got the players. I mean, I felt like put Bobo in at the five. That would have created some matchup problems. That would have really would have helped Kevin Durant out because you got Karl Anthony Towns and Rudy Gobert, Defensive Player of the Year. Come on now, and it just that's what the Suns are lacking right now. And the players that I mentioned, like they could have made some adjustments. Bradley Beal, it just wasn't it. And the thing what hurt both teams is foul trouble. Bradley Beal had 6 fouls after fouling Anthony Edwards, Booker with 5 fouls, Nurkic with 5, McDaniels with 5, Gobert with 4, Towns with 5, and Reed with 4. So it really wasn't a good look for both teams, but who did it hurt the most was the Phoenix Suns. So moving on to Minnesota and their performance, Anthony Edwards 40 points, 6 assists, 9 rebounds, 2 blocks, 1 steal. Karl Anthony Towns, 28 points, 3 assists, 10 rebounds. He had a double-double. They shot well from the free throw line, 80%, 44 rebounds, 41% from three, 46 points in the paint. They had great chemistry, good ball movement, and three players on this Timberwolves roster were knocking down threes. That's Mike Conley, Edwards, and McDaniels. They were getting to the free throw line, and they played really good defense. So with the Timberwolves, you notice that they were getting it done. And before I even go any further, I want to play a clip for y'all of what Anthony Edwards did to Kevin Durant. This will just be icing on the cake for when we're talking about performance for the Minnesota Timberwolves. Here we go.
That's in front of him, and he's getting ready to do that right here against Kevin Durant. I mean, Durant and Beal.
Did you see that? The aggressiveness, the explosiveness of Anthony Edwards, Ant-Man. Bradley Beal, you won't. Bradley Beal said he wanted Anthony Edwards. You got him. Anthony Edwards took it to the hole. Took it to the basket. Slammed it over Kevin Durant. Kevin Durant wanted no part of it. It's just that simple. And that's the icing on the cake for the Minnesota Timberwolves as we move on to the Phoenix Suns. Phoenix, Kevin Durant, 33, 5, and 9 with 4 blocks. Booker, 49, 6, and 5. He also had 2 steals and 1 block. They shot 83% from the free throw line, 33 rebounds, 7 blocks, 14 fast break points, 48 points in the paint, shot 51% from the field. Kevin Durant, it's like he did all he can, scoring wise because he was the main scorer. That's just basically how it's set up for their team. Devin Booker playing the point guard, but Devin Booker had more points. Kevin Durant was knocking down the mid-range and getting points in the paint, scoring in the paint. Booker did a great job of creating space to get his shot off mid-range and 3. Booker made 20 free throw shots in the game in total. O'Neal hit 2 3-pointers. Their turnovers in crucial situations cost them the game. I believe that's what happened with them. And that's what really, set the tone for them. That's just what happened. It is what it is. And when you're in the playoffs, like LeBron James said, in the press conference after game 4, the regular season, well, no, game 3. The regular season is the regular season. The regular season and the postseason is totally different. That's just how it goes. And then in the fourth quarter, you had Anthony Edwards take over. He got to the free throw line, knocked down both his free throws, dunked on Kevin Durant, got a steal, and he knocks down a clutch 3 for the Minnesota Timberwolves, and that just basically sealed the deal for them. And that's how they got their win. So, honestly, the Timberwolves were the better team. Kevin Durant, the Phoenix Suns, they need to make some adjustments for next year because this was just a big disappointment. And this is a big disappointment for this big 3. It seemed that it was going to rise to the occasion to work. It seemed like it could work, but it didn't really pan out the way it was supposed to go. So, hey, they got to run it back next year. See what they got to change. Bradley Beal, of all players, needs to stay healthy, and they need to change. They need to have a leader on the team. Kevin Durant's gonna have to take on that leadership role. He's gonna have to do that, and they're gonna have to make changes to their roster. They need to upgrade their roster if they want to win. But anyways, that is all for today's episode. Once again, like, comment, subscribe, hit that notification bell so you can be notified every time I upload an episode. I'm Devin, and I'm signing off.
Thanks for watching. Subscribe here to get the latest from the show.